Hello everyone, welcome back to my EVA film tutorials. If you have been following throughout the whole series and you've just watched episode 4, then you'll know that we left off with me trying to add a bit of PVA glue to prime the torso. Now we have that here and it is made no progress since the end of part 4, and we now have one layer of PVA glue on the front and none done on the back. Now before I start doing this again, and I will skip straight to it because you already know and have an example of what to do, the difference is that when you put your hand over it, you'll notice that it has a much more smoother texture to it instead of the rough and uneven surface that you had before, and any of the holes that you could feel, it's much more difficult to find any that you can feel straight away because of the actual glue that's been added to it. And you will see that it kind of reflects on a bit of the light. You can see a little bit, but not much. And as I can already see on the bits that have curled, that the glue is already kind of only a tiny bit, but nevertheless it's coming off a little. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add more PVA glue onto this until it is properly primed, and I will skip to the end where I've completely primed it with glue, and then you'll find out what it's like, and then we will go on to painting. So I will see you once I'm done. Hey everyone, welcome to the next part of the tutorial. I know it's been a while, but we've finally got the torso coated with PVA, and the main difference you can see is that it's much more glossy with its appearance. And I've put three layers of PVA on this, and it's now ready for painting. And just for a side note, we're actually getting work onto my friend's costume as well, so you might see some photos of that on my Facebook page. But because this has now got the PVA on it now, has taken a few days because I've been busy, we can now prime it and add some spray paint to it. So let's move on to the next bit. Okay, so we've got our spray paint. This is the one I'm using, it's primer. It's one I've got cheaply at a local store. And here we've got the torso. Now, same as with the PVA. Just to avoid any like cracks or anything like that, or it sticking to any surfaces, we're going to have to do this, we can't do it straight away, like in one go, so probably have to do this in 2 stages-ish, so first the front and then second the back. So also with PVA we're not going to put too much on, to make sure you got to mix us. Completely forgot to mix it, that might be helpful. Just going to mix it. Yeah.
Remember to coat it, not to spray.
Okay, it's done. Yeah, no, not spray in my face. Got it mixed now.
They might not know.
So what we're going to do is just add a little bit now to the torso. Just going to spray it on really lightly. Don't get too close or you're going to find it's going to drip.
Or you get it in your mouth, it doesn't taste nice.
Or you get it in your mouth and it doesn't taste nice. That too.
Right.
Now you can see that there's still a bit of colour showing, that's completely fine. Because when you add the other spray paint to it, this will cover it up. So I would say recommended is 30 centimetres away from when you're spraying it. There you go. That's as much as I can actually do without, because I can't actually get underneath this. Just a little bit there.
Can you smooth it?
Of course, don't I? That's the first layer. I recommend you get 1 or 2 layers of primer on it. You can do more if you wish, but you don't really need to. Basically, it's just going to make it more paintable for spray paint. So, just because I'm trying to get this tutorial done, I'm only going to add 1 layer, but maybe add 2 if you want. Alright? Alright, now we're going to do the back. I've already started on this, but just in case you guys just see how I'm doing, I'm burst spraying, which is what I like to call it, where you don't keep the hand on the trigger. I mean your finger, sorry. Okay, so I'm starting on the back now, and I'm going to burst spray it, which is what I call it. You keep your finger on the trigger, but only when you're going across. So don't hold it like how I'm doing now. There you go. Go spray it. So put at regular intervals. That's what you want to do. So finger at regular intervals. And it just helps conserve some spray paint. That's all it is. It's nothing special. And you only want a light coat on, really. That's all you want. Right, that's that bit done. I'm going to do that to the rest of my pieces. I'm going to skip forwards to adding the actual colour to it. Alright, so we got our armour totally primed, and I'm going to ignore that shout in the background. We're going to keep doing this. I'm using Satan Black here for the base of my armour, so I'm just going to shape this up. Okay, so it's done. Gonna add the black. Black, ding ding. With this one, I recommend maybe 3-4 coats, because you're gonna add thin coats again. And with things like spray paint, it can drip, so it's gonna take this nice and easy. And also, if you add too much, then you find that it doesn't actually all dry properly, so it can actually be much softer, the actual paint, so it doesn't harden. Well, when I say harden, I mean it doesn't set
like
as much as it usually does.
Like a dip. Was that one picked it up?
Don't think so.
Huh?
Don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Are you talking to yourself?
Yeah, totally. I'm totally talking to myself. Right, so that's that done. Alright, so we're on to the next step. Everything is spray painted. We have this piece that I didn't show before. This is coated in Satan White. And we have the torso that has been spray painted in Satan Black. And each part has been spray painted 3 times. And for the purpose of this video, I have not done the back yet, because I am just showing you guys how to do this. So all I'm doing now is I'm going to glue it on and do a small summary of everything you need to do. Especially if everything's been painted already, I recommend you take your time and don't put whole loads of glue on, because it will dry and it won't go flat on the piece. So be moderate with the amount of glue you're putting on. And make sure you can try and do it first time, because if there's paint on it especially, it will probably wreck some of the paint. So I'll do this now. I'm going to make sure you're quick with this as well, because if you're not quick enough when you're gluing this down, you'll find some of the glue actually dries and it doesn't stick to the materials, don't stick together as well. So I'm just going to add a moderate amount of glue. Unfortunately my glue gun isn't working, so that's why I'm actually putting the glue stick in. I wouldn't recommend you do this, because it will normally put way too much glue on the piece. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on. And also, when you're making sure you do this, make sure you do take your time. Fudge! And also make sure, that you watch that the glue isn't seeping out like it is now, because it's seeping out the glue gun and I just stuck myself, so ow. Yeah, try not to do that either. And also make sure you know where you're sticking so you can get this on first go. When you glue it down, make sure you hold it in place. And in this case, more time on holding things together is better than none, because you want to make sure you've done it properly, so make sure you hold it in place. I'm going to hold it in place for about 30 seconds, because 30 seconds should do it. If you've got an awkward piece that's not sticking down properly, then I would go with 1 minute, just to make sure it stays down properly. Now, this is all that's really required for the this tutorial, and the only thing is, which I'm not going to cover and I'm going to basically talk to you about, is the clear spray paint, which is I don't seem to have any on me right now. Oh yes, I do. Is when you finish gluing everything and you've spray painted it all, I recommend you use some clear spray paint for a protective coat on top. This will help to make the paint more durable and stops it from flaking off really. But if you've done everything else properly, like prime it, then it shouldn't do that. So I haven't glued the top properly because I haven't actually put any glue on it, so I'm going to lift it up very slightly. Just put some glue underneath that very quickly. It's going to have to be pretty delicate with this just to avoid any glue on the outside. That should do. So I'm going to hold this in place for a bit. Oh, I haven't glued the top properly either. Make sure, instead of putting glue like everywhere inside the piece, just put it on the edges of the foam, because it means you can conserve a bit more glue. And that's basically it for the EVA foam tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've found this useful. If you do have any requests for future tutorials, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And next video should be just a quick summary of all the tips and everything. So I will just go for each stage, such as like each area, such as gluing, painting, that kind of thing. And so if you need something specific, you can just skip to whatever area of tips I'm giving, and you can get to work quicker. So I hope you found, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. Here it is now. I am adding to this. If you want to see it when it's completed, make sure you follow my page, give it a like, and I will be posting photos of when it's done on there. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.